Hong Kong, November 4th, 1993. During landing, this B747-400 overruns the end of the runway and comes to rest in the harbour. On board were 296 persons, of which 23 sustained slight injuries. The weather was stormy with light rain. Sydney, April 24th, 1994. Due to engine trouble shortly after takeoff, this DC-3 tries to return to the airport but is unable to reach the runway and lands in water. Most of the 26 persons on board sustain slight injuries. The aircraft sinks after about 15 minutes. Statistics show that 9 accidents of this nature occurred during the year of 1993 in civil aviation. The most remarkable common aspect of all these accidents was that crew and passengers were totally surprised by the situation. In contrary to flight operations terminology, which defines a ditching as an approach and landing on water, in emergency training any situation in which slides will be deployed into water is defined as a ditching. This also includes situations resulting, for example, from a rejected takeoff or problems during landing. At exits leading into water, the evacuation procedures for a ditching must be applied, but usually cabin attendants can only realize this situation immediately before opening the exit when assessing the situation outside, to decide whether or not to use the exit. It requires a very quick reconsideration of the evacuation procedure to be used, especially with regard to evacuation orders, which include the donning of life vests, the decision whether or not to use the assigned exit, as well as evacuation into the raft and use of respective emergency equipment.